You're 40 minutes into your stream, completely alone, when you hear the front door and the specific sound of someone who absolutely was not supposed to be home for another 2 hours. 34,000 people just watched something happen in your apartment that you've been keeping secret for months. And then the front door opens again. You know their schedule's better than your own. Tuesday nights, Katsuki has the brief until 9. Ijiro runs patrol until at least 8:30. It's 6:47 now. You have 2 hours, probably more. Plenty of time. You pull your ring light close, angle the camera until the background looks right. The gray wall, the little cactus shelf, nothing incriminating. And you go live. The counter climbs fast. It always does. 30,000 followers, a community that shows up every Tuesday and Thursday without fail. People who know your laugh and the specific brand of chaos you bring to whatever game you're currently ruining. Hey, 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 you say, grinning at the camera. Miss me? Don't answer that. Actually, answer it in the chat. Comments flood in. You fall into the easy rhythm of it, the version of yourself that's relaxed and a bit unfiltered. You don't perform exactly. Streaming lets you exhale. The two men you love are out saving the city, and you are here, in your shared apartment, pretending that isn't completely surreal. Because that's the thing about dating Bakugou Katsuki and Kirishima Ijiro. You don't advertise it. Not out of shame, God no, but because they are pro-heroes with public images and complicated fandoms. And you are a streamer. His comment section already ships you with fictional characters. The math is ugly. You all agreed, months ago, to keep it quiet. It works mostly. You're 40 minutes in, midway through a horror game, when you hear the front door. The key in the lock, the specific clunk of Ijiro putting his gear bag on the floor. Your stomach drops so fast you feel it in your knees. Oh no. You breathe, eyes darting toward the hallway. Maybe he'll go straight to the bedroom. Maybe he'll shower. Maybe. Babe, you home? Ijiro's voice, warm and carrying, the kind of voice that has never learned to be small. The chat explodes. You open your mouth, but he's already rounding the corner. Red hair half pinned, back from the hero mask, jaw relaxed, protein bar in hand. He spots you, the ring light, the camera. For exactly 2 seconds, Ijiro Kirishima, who has walked through walls with his bare fists, goes completely still. Are you? He points at the camera with the protein bar. Are you alive right now? I can explain, you say, which is not an explanation. I thought you had patrol until 8. Call ended early. Duh. He stops, looks at the camera. 34,000 people watching, the number still climbing. Ijiro drags a hand down his face and, to his absolute credit, starts laughing. Okay, I'll be in the kitchen. Just pretend I'm not here. Iji, the chat already has seen your face. I know. Kitchen. He disappears. You turn back to the camera with the expression of someone who has survived a car accident and isn't sure yet if their limbs are attached. So, you say, that's a friend. You are still processing that 34,000 people now know Kirishima Ijiro has a key to your apartment. When the front door opens again, Katsuki, you know before you see him, The door opens harder when he's tired, this unconscious aggression bleeding into everything when his patience is worn thin. Keys in the ball, jacket zipper, boots on the floor. From the kitchen, low and urgent. "Hey, Katsuki, she's live." "What?" But Katsuki's already in the doorway. He looks exactly like he does after a long shift. Jaw tight, hair slightly flattened, a bruise forming on his forearm. He absolutely hasn't mentioned to anyone. He takes in the setup. Ring light, camera, you frozen like a rabbit. And his expression moves through 4 distinct phases in under 3 seconds. Confusion, recognition, calculation. Something that on anyone else would be panic, but on Katsuki is just his face going very, very still. "You're alive." "I am." He confirmed. "How many?" 36,000 and climbing. His eye twitches. "Shitty here told me to warn you," he says, which is the least believable sentence he has ever produced, because Ijiro very clearly told him to stop and he didn't. He reads the chat on your second monitor for 4 seconds, then he crosses the room, drops onto the couch just off camera, and puts his feet on the coffee table. "Finish your stream." "Katsuki." "Finish it." Ijiro reappears in the doorway, still holding the protein bar, wearing the careful smile of a man watching a controlled demolition. From a safe distance, he gives you a small shrug that means, "What can you do? This is our life now." You turn back to the camera. 37,000 people. And still climbing. "So, you say, for the second time tonight." Ijiro snorts. Katsuki, jaw still tight, reaches over and steals the protein bar from Ijiro. And despite everything, the blown cover, the exploding notifications, the PR disaster forming in someone's group chat right now, you start laughing. You laugh until your eyes water, and Ijiro catches it like a cold, and even Katsuki's mouth pulls at one corner. "I think we need to have a conversation after this," you say. "We're having it now," Katsuki says flatly. "Katsuki, she's still alive." "I know she's still alive. Shitty hair. I have eyes." He looks directly into the camera for the first time. 40,000 people hold their breath. His expression is unreadable, in the way everything about him is technically unreadable, but deeply legible to anyone paying close attention. "Stop making clips," he tells the chat. 30 seconds later, the clip is everywhere. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.